I have a morning meditation that I do. I wake up now, I get my sunlight, I hydrate, I use the bathroom, I do all the things that I talk about. I've started a practice of prayer in the last year, which is new-ish for me.
Can you talk about it a little bit?
Sure, yeah. I have a meditation that I do that actually is where I think through with the different roles that I play.
Mm-hmm.
So I start very basic. I'm an animal. We are biologically animals, right?
Mm-hmm.
Human. I'm a man, I'm a scientist, I'm a teacher, I'm a friend, I'm a brother, I'm a son. I have this list and I think about the different roles that I have and the roles that I still want in my life going forward that I haven't yet fulfilled. It's sort of an inventory of where I've been, where I'm at, and where I'm going, as they say. I don't know why I do it, but I started doing it this last year. It helps me understand just how many different contexts I have to exist in and remind myself that there's still more that I haven't done that I'm excited about. I say the first one, I'm an animal. I have to remember that I have a body that needs care. Like any of us, I need sleep, I need food, I need hydration. The brain of a human is marvelously complex, but also marvelously self-defeating at times. I've been thinking about these things in the context of the different roles. The whole thing takes about 4 or 5 minutes, and I just find it brings me a certain amount of clarity that then allows me to ratchet into the day. The prayer piece, I've been reluctant to talk about until now because I don't believe in pushing religion on people, and it's a highly individual thing. And I do believe that one can be an atheist and still pray, or agnostic and still pray. But for me, it really came about through understanding that there are certain aspects of myself that I just couldn't resolve on my own. No matter how much therapy, no matter how much plant medicine or other forms of medicine or exercise or podcasting or science or friendship or any of that, I was just not going to resolve. And someone close to me, a male friend, said, prayer is powerful. And I said, well, how? And he said, I don't know how, but if you can allow you to get outside yourself, you give up control and at the same time take control. The whole notion is that, like God works through us, whatever God is to you, he, him, her, whatever, life force, nature, whatever it is to you, it works through us. And so I do a prayer, I make an ask to help remove my defects, my character defects. I pray to God to help remove my character defects so that I can show up better in all the roles of my life and do good work, which for me is learning and teaching. You might say, how is that different than a meditation? Well, I'm acknowledging that there is something that bigger than me, bigger than nature, as I understand it, that I cannot understand or control, nor do I want to. And I'm just giving over to that. Mm-hmm. And does that make me less of a scientist? I sure as hell hope not. I certainly know there's the head of our neurosciences at Stanford until recently. Bill Newsom has talked about his religious life. For me, it's really a way of getting outside myself and then understanding how I fit into this bigger picture. And the character defects part is real, right? I'm a human. I got a lot of flaws in me, like anybody, but trying to acknowledge them and asking for help in removing them, not magically, but through right action, through my right action. So I do that every morning. And I have to say that it's helped. It's helped a lot. It's helped me be better to myself, be better to other people. I still make mistakes, but it's becoming a bigger part of my life. And I never thought I'd talk like this. It's clear to me that if we don't believe in something, again, doesn't have to be traditional standardized religion, but if we don't believe in something bigger than ourselves, we at some level will self-destruct. I really think so. It's powerful in a way that all the other stuff, meditation, all the tools, is because it's really operating at a much deeper and bigger level. And I think that's all I can talk about it. Mostly because I'm still working out. The scientist in me wants to understand how it works, and I want to understand. And the point is to just go, there's higher power than me, and what I can control, I'm giving up control on certain things. And somehow that restores a sense of agency for right action, better action.
I think perhaps a part of that is just the humility that comes with acknowledging there's something bigger and more powerful than you.
and then you can't control everything. Go through life as a hard-driving person, forward center of mass. I remember being that way since I was little. It's like a new Legos. I'm like, I'm going to read all the Legos. I was like on the weekends learning about medieval weapons and then giving lectures about it in class when I was 5 or 6 years old. We're learning about tropical fish, cataloging all of them at the store and then organizing it, making my dad drive me or my mom drive me to some fish store and then spending all my time there until they throw me out, all of that. But I also remember my entire life, I would secretly pray. When things were good and things weren't good, but mostly when things weren't good. When things weren't right, I couldn't make sense of them, I would secretly pray, but I felt kind of ashamed of that for whatever reason. It was once in college, I was having a hard time with a number of things. I took a run down to Sands Beach, UC Santa Barbara. I was like, I don't know if I even have the right to do this, but I'm just praying. I just prayed for the ability to be as brutally honest with myself and with other people as I possibly could be about a particular situation I was in at that time. I'd gone off to college because of a high school girlfriend. Essentially, she was my family, frankly, more than my biological family was. And I'd reached a point where we were diverging, and it was incredibly painful. It was like losing everything I had. And it was like, what do I do? How do I manage this? I was ready to quit and join the fire service just to support us so that we could move forward. And praying, just saying, I can't figure this out on my own. It's sort of like, I can't figure this out on my own. How frustrating that is. And no number of friends could tell me, and inner wisdom couldn't tell me. And eventually it led me to the right answers. She and I are friendly friends to this day. She's happily married with a child, and we're on good terms. But it's a scary thing, but it's the best thing when I can't control all of this. And asking for help, I think, is also the piece. You're not asking for some magic hand to come down and take care of it. You're asking for the help to come through you, right? So that your body is used to do these right works, right action. A lot of the content of the podcast is deep academic content, eating disorders to bipolar disorder to depression, the tools, the protocols, sunlight viewing, and all the rest. A lot of that stuff is just stuff I wish I had known when I was in graduate school. If I'd known to go outside every once in a while and get some sunlight, not just stay in the lab, I might not have hit a really tough round of depression when I was a postdoc and working twice as hard. And when my body would break down or I'd get sick a lot, I don't get sick much anymore. Occasionally, about once every 18 months to 2 years, how to get your body stronger, how to build endurance. That no one told me. The information wasn't there. So a lot of what I put out there is the information that I wish I had, because once I had it, I was like, wow, in the end, figuring out how things work so that we can be happier, healthier, more productive, suffer less, like reduce the suffering of the world. Thank you for asking about the prayer piece. Again, I'm not pushing or even encouraging it on anyone. I've just found it to be tremendously useful for me.